Hey, how's your mom doing?
She sounds a little bit better, but she went in because of breathing. She has asthma and COPD.
Yeah.
She went in for a breathing, and then they did a heart. They checked on her heart, and they said something was going on there. She just, a rough life. So
Yeah, I know. I don't know, man. How old is she?
she is 64.
Yeah. All right. All right. Cool. Hey, man. So, at the end of this, I'm gonna do like a little interview with you, see how much what's been different since we've been working together over the last month. But hey, so we got it to where is that Facebook thing still running?
Yep.
Yeah, just keep that. I mean, just at $2 a day, just keep in front of people in that whole Princeton, that whole area that you want to work in front of. Keep that thing going. And one of the people responded, they need to do that, or they want to do that, or something. They're just waiting on the weather or something. I don't know.
Oh,
That may be something that a lot of people have on their mind in that whole region. I don't know. You tell
yeah.
me.
You're right. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people usually it gets busy like right around now because March and April usually gets busy because of tax time, I guess, and the season breaks.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
And
I
then,
mean, some years we've had it where as though we've ran straight through, but not many.
yeah. Well, then so like the whole way I kept playing with that freaking Google Ads thing was trying to set it up to where I used to do it to where you just get like $2 a click, $3 a click, $4 a click, $5 a click, and just try to get as many clicks as you can, get as many people going back to the website as you can. But man, if it just seemed to be wasted money if they're not really interested in what we really want. Some of them are looking for wood, and I don't sell no damn wood. So some of them want like a scratch fixed, and I mean, I still get those crazy ass calls. But so the way we ended up getting yours was using, they have to type in specifically refinished wood floors near me or something like that. So now it's only 3 to 5 clicks a day, but at least it's people who really want it, and they're still going to keep looking here and there, and then come back to it. But even I mean, shit, if we can get 3, 4, 5 calls a week, and then one of those turns out to be a job, it's worth it, and you're able to kind of pick and choose a little bit. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
And then, but like, man, I don't have it on my computer. I have it on my phone. Let me see if I can pull it up. So your invoice, you use, and I don't know, is it the invoice or is it the proposal also?
I mean, it's the proposal also.
Because you know what I'm talking about, right? I sent you a screenshot of it.
Yeah, that joist.
Yeah, joist. So you're using joist, but which is, I ain't got no, ifs, ands, or buts about any of them. Whatever. For me, it's just whatever's the easiest for me to use. Talking to a couple of contractors, man, and none of them even want to give they're still just jumping in the car, driving over there instantly. I'm like, damn, you don't even give them like a ballpark preview? No, man, no, they'll say no. And I'm like, shit, they're going to say no anyway. Why are you going to drive an hour over there to hear them say no? But, and then when they do get over there, they still won't give them the price because they don't want to hear the no. So they go home and then type it all up and email it just to get the no. And I'm like, dude, shit, how long you want to do that?
Yeah, I've been there, done that. I'm not interested anymore.
No, and and a lot of it is like, they just don't want to hear the no. And I'm like, dude, you're going to hear it sooner or later.
Yeah, I'd rather hear the no than I'd rather hear the no.
Yeah, in sales, it's like it's none of that. I'll get back to you. It's like none of that shit. It's either yes or no right now, so I can move on. I can't.
It's like
I don't want to keep it. Yeah.
One of those Zig Ziglar tapes. He was like, I forget who did it, but he's like, yeah, one of the guys. He went and got business cards printed up. They were round, and it said "to it" on the front. So every time somebody would hit him with the when I get around to it, he'd give him one of the.
Okay, here you go.
There's around to it.
Yeah, they'll be getting around to it. Hey man, So your description, uh, I don't. So, and maybe I'll talk about it tonight on the call. So so I don't know, like this one here that I'm looking at, and you emailed it to them through the joist.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know, maybe you've already talked to them on the phone or something, but it says dustless sanding, kind of big, and then underneath it says dustless sand following NFFA sanding sequence, spot fill, finish with 4 coats, Bona water base, polyurethane, 2 intense seal, and 2 traffic HD. Stair treads, and then stair treads, dustless sand, water pop stain, finish 4 coats, Bona traffic, anti-slip finish, and then the slab prep for the new installation or something, dustless sand. Uh, I mean, so I guess like, so the dustless sanding never comes back to get you when there's like just a little bit of dust, or do you tell them or what?
I mean, we like even when we were doing without all of that goofy equipment, we'd still leave the place pretty much better than when we got it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we still vacuum off all the window sills, trim
Yep.
and all of that. So, I mean, it's still pretty good unless they and again with these machines, there's not too much airborne dust.
Yeah.
So you're not getting it on the walls, you're not getting it on the ceilings.
Yeah.
So I mean, thus far I haven't had any problems. Let me knock on wood.
Yeah. Hey man, so since you brought that up, and I don't want to forget, because that was one of the things I wanted to talk about, and then I'll come back to this because it's in front of me. But that vacuum, dustless vacuum video you did the other day, was good. But man, I want one where someone is video recording you, and you're behind the camera just like you are right now, and just saying, "Hey, homeowners, in this video, I'm going to explain to you why you should have the vacuums and the dustless equipment when you get your floors refinished." And then you say that immediately, so that gives them, so they know right off the bat what that video is going to be about and if they should continue to watch it. And then you can go into explain everything that you just said. That's what reminded me of it, is everything you just said. You want to also say in that video, man. We're getting, we call it dustless. We do 99% of the dust. It's not that airborne dust, all of that stuff. But as you're doing it, you're in front of the camera, because the more I can get you in front of the camera, the more people see you, the more they're going to already know you when you call them or email them or text them. And then you're going to take that camera, who's ever, holding the camera, your daughter, whoever it is, and you're going to be pointing to the vacuums on the machines, maybe take it apart a little bit, show them that hemp filler. Does it have the hemp vacuum or whatever, the filter?
The Bona ones have the HEPA filter. The other one does not.
Yeah. So
But that
whatever it
one's
is.
not. That one, yeah. I mean, that one's usually it's not hooked up inside the house.
Yeah.
So the HEPA filter is not needed.
Yeah. So that kind of should explain that, man, because man, that's like the best money that you can use right now is a video with you pointing everything out, kind of taking it apart, showing them how it works, showing them, and then talk about, when and you're always saying whoever does your flooring, because you're saying, look, whether we do it or not, this is how it should be done, and this is why it should be done this way. And then you're going to throw in there that, yeah, it's great that the dust isn't in the air and getting in your vents and on your pit. It's all of that's great, and maybe you have asthma, you don't have asthma, but and it's great that we don't have to breathe it as I take care of my employees. But more than anything, it's when we didn't have this, and the companies who don't have them, is that dust is so fine, it's down in the grain of the wood, and maybe you can kind of point to the grain, and when you start mopping on the finish, it kind of floats up, and now you've got dirt and dust all in your brand new floor finish, all of that crap. You can make a good 5 or 10 minute video going through all of that stuff, explaining it, and then at the end of it, after say maybe a 3 minute, 5 minute video like that, 6 minute video, whatever it is, then you can have someone turn on the machine and watch it run, and there's no dust in the air. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
I mean, it sounds like a lot, but it isn't. But
no. I mean, that's, geez. I mean, Brian, you're a genius, man.
But you see what I'm saying, right?
No, everything you said is I was gonna ask, should I throw some fear in there too? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, because you say that shit. Oh man, you got dust in the air. It's like, your kids may have asthma. You may have
you
asthma.
don't know,
Mom,
yeah, you don't
my
know
mom
what
has
the
my
finish that
CP.
was used 20 years ago, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
also,
And here you can
no,
throw
yeah,
this. You can throw this out there too, because if and you say 80% of what we redo are the older hardwood floorings that already have finish on it, and 40 years ago, you don't want those chemicals that was in that finish. You don't want that floating around in your house and sitting around for months on end. Who knows where at, coming out of your vents when the heater comes on or the air conditioning comes. That kind of stuff.
and I mean, I definitely have to make that video because one of the jobs that I just got, I mean, she signed the paperwork. I have to go look at it. I did everything online, and so now I have to go measure it in
Yeah, real time.
real time.
Yeah.
But what sold her, I think, was I sent her the dust collection video, the one that I have.
Yeah.
Just that one.
Yeah. Because
Um,
because if we can, and you may have to make it 2 or 3 times before we get it to where we really like it. But when you have that one, that's another one that we can run and collect people's name, and we just as we on Facebook, that's another one we can run for like $2 a foot, because that's when it's that we'll type it all in there the way it needs to be typed in, and here's the video that's going to help you. And it seems like when people are watching it, it seems like it's on Facebook all over the world. They don't know that we're targeting just, that Princeton area or that whole, 100-mile radius from where you're at. But at the same time, as they're scrolling down, they see, we'll do something, why you must use a dustless, whatever, with refinishing wood floors, something for the wording. But then when that video starts, it's like, and you always got to do this, whatever you want to do, whether it's Doug or Rock, but it's, hey, happy, I like the whole happy homeowner thing, whatever you want to use. But
I love the happy homeowner.
yeah, but it's like, hey, happy homeowners, Doug here with Princeton Wood Floors, man. I just want to share with you why you must, have your, whoever does your refinishing of your floors, they must use a dustless system. I want to walk you through how we do it and what you should look for when you're searching for a contractor. Doesn't have anything to do with you trying to sell them shit. It's like you're just trying to help the world and make it a better place. And then we collect their data, whoever watches it, 15 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever we choose, and then we can make those lookalikes and stuff. But again, that's just a way for you to be in front of people in that area. And so that video, and like I said, whether it's 2 or 3 times, we got to do it to where we really like it. Because I don't want shit to where any of it to where it's like all professional. It's just, man, you just happen to be on the job site and you thought, man, I need to share this with you. And I did a video like that for my contracting thing the other day, like the behind the scenes of Google ads. And I tell people, like, oh, man, I'm just here working, man. I thought, shit, I need to show this to people. But I did it specifically like that, to show them and get them and say, hey, and drive them back to the website, but so we need that. So man, the sooner we can start working on those, like I said, because maybe we get it in one take, maybe we don't, maybe we splice it together a little bit, whatever we got to do. But that's the kind of shit, like the one we're running now, offering the book, trying to get their attention, because or anything. If you end up moving to Georgia, Florida, Tech, are you going to Arizona for some shit, for a training or something?
I wanted to go, but my wife, she's scared of the COVID.
Yeah. And I don't know what were you going to get there? How to tape the lines and shit? I mean, you should be I thought you were going to be the one teaching it.
Nah, they would see. That's the other thing too. It's more of an install teaching. I was just gonna go there because I wanted to see Paul Nelson and the guy from Connecticut, Dax. I was gonna pick their brains on how to get this gym work. Dax gave me a little bit of info last year, like to look for public notices and
yeah.
But I mean, I really wasn't going because I have no interest in installing gymnasium floors at all. It's just too much money, and I don't want nothing to do with it.
Man, not only that, it's like, man, when you're sanding a freaking gymnasium and it's like you're in the ocean and you're looking across going, oh my God. When you're nailing it, oh shit.
Yeah, I've
Oh, my. And you bent over, hanging, swinging that hammer all day long, going, God damn, I ain't did nothing.
yeah, I've done a couple. I've done probably two in my life,
Yeah.
and yeah, I have no interest in doing anymore.
Yeah. And
Sanding
we,
them, I sand them all day long.
yeah, I don't mind sanding them. I just, man, it's like a meditation for me. I could walk back and forth all freaking day.
See, and I'm the lazy one because I'll be on the damn
You,
machine all.
yeah. Hey, man. So, yeah, because in installation wise, is like, I don't know if you're nailing them on the 2x4s with the sleepers or the plywood with the little nipples on it. And I mean, it's just, it just depends on who's doing what and how you end up selling it. Uh, but it's different.
I
It's
just
a
don't
lot
want
of
the
freaking work.
liability of a gym floor. Like I don't need that. I need to be able to sleep at night. I don't need a gym floor installation keeping me up at night, man.
No. All right,
I
so
don't.
hey, man, so get back to the so so this one that I'm looking at, uh, you remember it, right? Because I think this is the one you may end up doing. Did you already talk to them before you sent them this?
Oh yeah, I send. Yeah, exactly. Because once like that paper right there, they already got the original the the script you sent me,
Yeah.
and that's what really brought him in because at first he wasn't. He wanted me to come out and look at it, and when I told him, we don't really do that. I can give you a estimate over online, blah blah blah. He wasn't really, he kind of when he hung up, I could tell he wasn't really interested.
Yeah.
So then I just sent the script right away via text, and he responded like within a half an hour. He was like, "Oh man, thank you so much for the detailed information, blah blah blah." And then I went out there and looked at it because of the concrete. He didn't know what was under the carpet, and the pictures didn't show much, so I had to go look at it.
Yeah. So, so when the phone rings, you answer it, and then you tell him, "Hey, I'm not going to drive out there." Yada yada yada. Right?
I said, yeah, I said the free estimates are done via email right now due to COVID, all that
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I try to use it to my
I know,
advantage.
because I keep thinking, man, how many times can I use COVID before it's gonna be gone? We backed up. We did this. Hey, man. So here's what it is. That's kind of what I wanted to get to is, so if you're going to answer the phone, so you're going to ask them immediately. Like like if you watch that if you watch that video we did last week, and I'll touch on it today too, is before we even start talking about the wood flooring, one, where you at and where do when do you need it done type of thing. But one, it's like,
Mhm.
hey, it's like however you answer the phone, is what do you tell them, your Rock or your Doug?
I said this is Doug with Princeton Hardwood Floors.
Yeah. So, and then they say, hey, we got some wood floors, blah, blah, blah. You ask them, hey, where's that at? Boom, boom. And then they tell you, and you kind of know the neighborhood or the area. Uh, so like if someone tells me about where they're at, I go immediately, oh, yeah, man, I know that neighborhood. But when they built your house, 90% chance, unless someone did something drastically different, I know you have the original hardwood floorings from when the house was built, blah, blah, blah. And then I tell them everything about the freaking house, and they're like amazed. They're like, "Oh shit, man!" It's like they all the freaking same. Or it's like it was in the '80s or the '90s, and I know it's a concrete slab, and around here they glued down all the bullshit, Bruce, Mannington, all the other stuff. So I say, hey, your house is built on a slab, doesn't have the raised foundation. So the wood is probably. What can you tell me? And I ask them, what can you tell me about the wood flooring? And I'm going to ask you to send me some pictures on them later on. And then they try to tell me what it's about. Maybe they can, maybe they can't. If I'm on the phone, I can get it on speaker. If they've given me the address, I can pull up the address, and usually through Google and Zillow or Reddit or some bullshit to come up and kind of show me the house. And there may be pictures from when it was sold or it wasn't sold or something. So then I'll say, whatever the hell it is, but it's either I've got all that information about the original hardwood flooring, and then I go into, don't try to remember this, but I'm going to walk you through our process. And you don't need to remember it, because as soon as we hang up, I'm going to send you a text message or an email with everything I'm about to tell you, because whether I do the job or you get someone else, this is how you want it to be done. boom, and then I go into that script that you send them. Blah 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 blah. That's how much this is. Blah 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 blah. That's how much that would be. Boom boom boom. Or the same thing if it's the freaking engineered flooring. I tell them the same thing. Blah blah blah. You know, whatever it is. It may be wavy. It may be what we call hand distress. Oh yeah yeah yeah. It does. It has that. Blah blah blah. So, yeah, when we sand and finish it, you know, it's going to add it'll be this much extra because it's this much more sanding. But it'll be smooth, blah blah blah, you know, and all of that crap, and then I ask them for the pictures and stuff. So does that make sense? So beforehand, I've already talked to them. I built some kind of relationship with them. How long have you been in that house? Oh man, you just moved in. Boom boom boom. Yeah, there's like a freaking Popeye's chicken around the corner, or whatever it is. There's something that you know about the areas that you've been there because you've been there for so freaking long. And then when you're telling them, so then after you know where they're at and you've kind of looked it up or they've told you, now they're talking to you and you sound like a freaking genius because you know everything about engineered flooring. Usually it's designed to be sanded, 2 times, maybe 3 if the guys don't, mess it up. That's why you want to make sure you got the right person coming in there. We sanded 8. I always tell them, oh man, we sanded like 8 or 9 different grades of paper. It sounds like a lot, but really it isn't because we're taking it off paper layer by paper layer by paper layer. You don't want to waste any of that great wood, but you got to get out all the imperfections. And I'm trying to really describe it, and it's really it's all true, but they don't have a clue, and no one else that's calling them is going to say any of that. You know what I mean?
They're not.
So once you've said all that, then you film the numbers out of them and like, hey, I'm going to send this to you. Boom, boom, boom. If you got a guesstimate about you send me pictures as soon as you can, and then that will verify to me that everything I just told you was true. Can you do that? Oh yeah, as soon as I get home, or blah blah blah. Or hey, I just put up your house. Is this it? Boom boom boom. I'm looking at these pictures that the last real estate agent put on, and then you're looking at them and you know exactly what kind of floor it is. You don't need to go out there. You just need the footage. Here's what it's. This is what it's going to cost you. You with me?
I'm with you 100%.
Yeah. So I mean, and so the invoice thing, the proposal that you sent them, I mean, it's unless you can copy and paste it, and I'm a big.
Well, that's I mean, what you do, how it's set up, it's almost like a copy and paste thing. It's like you go through it once, So all I do is I add the whatever square footage it is, and all that just pops up already.
Yeah.
Whether I want to do dustless sanding or whatever it is, installation.
Yeah. So do you hang plastic or any of that shit?
I'm gonna start again, but we haven't. Man.
Yeah. I mean, I do just because.
What we used to run into like the damn tape pulling the paint off, and then you got more problems.
Yeah, even with the blue and the orange bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, frog tape, blue tape.
Yeah.
Super delicate tape, and then when it's humid out, it doesn't stick anyway.
Yeah. So you can use. I mean, so yeah, the dustless sanding. But everything that we just talked about, since you can do it one time, but go in there and put all of that in there, put all of that detail in there, whatever your sequence is, make it sound like a whole lot, so that even when they're rereading it, I want them to read a whole bunch going, God damn, he's doing a whole bunch of shit. It should be more than that versus 1 or 2 lines. And it's up to you. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if Bona is what you use all the time and there's no ifs, ands, and buts, you could do the Bona. I always put in highly commercial grade, urethane, polyurethane finish. Because at the time, it really depends on what the fuck is on sale. And I don't know, going back going, hey man, on that thing you sent me, it said this, like, oh man, this is on sale. I mean, this is a better deal because it's better fit, whatever. But you want to put in there as much as you can.
I mean, when we send it, I don't know if it came up for you, but the estimate, it also comes with pictures. So we send the picture of the high peaks and low peaks of NWFA recommendation sanded floor.
You mean like the little V's or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen that before. I always call it bullshit.
Yeah, we said, yeah. I mean,
because people say, "Oh man, you can't be skipping from 36 to 100." I'm like, "What the fuck, man? Give me a piece of 100 sandpaper, and I'll sand through any of this engineered bullshit you have. So if I can sand through this much of oak, I know I can sand down 36 grit paper. Not that I do it because I'd have to walk slower, but don't tell me it's because
Yeah, don't tell me it can't be done.
yeah, that's because I know that's BS. But yeah, that's what I'm glad you brought that up too, is because the following the NFFA sanding sequence, that's not gonna mean as much to them as because they don't know what the fuck that is. That's why I put in we sand it with like 5 grades or 6 grades, whatever, and then I put in there in parentheses. That sounds like a lot, but we're taking it off by paper layer by paper, So when they're reading all that, it goes, oh shit, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, okay, I see what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because if we don't paint the picture in their mind,
Yeah.
I gotta put that down. So
they paint their own picture if we're not
yeah,
painting.
yeah, exactly. Paint a picture. Yeah, so yeah, all of that. So again, because we've told them everything on the phone the first time, then we send them that pre-scripted text message or email that I sent you that you're using. You change that around, whatever you want to do. All of that. But again, if we've done all of that, it's all of it was wasted if we send them this and they only read one line because they're not going to remember everything. They just equivalent the price to that one line, not everything that we freaking told them. I would rather give them the one line and then send them everything and the price, because when they're reading this and the price, that's what they combine each, everything, to. And when you're sending them this, instead of those fucking pictures of NFFA bullshit, where is it? NFFA is, I'd rather you send them videos of your work that you've done to where you say, hey, here's a video of some of a project we finished that's really close to the same type of floor you have. I mean, I do that shit all the time. And they always respond back going, oh my God, it looks so much better at the end. And you're right. That is that floor we have, whatever the hell it is, because you've done them and you're getting more and more videos. So pretty soon you have all of it, to where even when you're talking to them the first time you see their floor, you put up that address, you're looking at Zillow, whatever the hell you're looking at, hopefully, or if you know the area, you can put as I'm talking to you, I've got it on speakerphone. I'm clicking these buttons, going to your YouTube channel, and you're pulling up one of those videos that is pretty close to the same. Hey man, here's a house that's like 2 blocks from you, or another town real close that's same, any of it, because it's going to connect to them. And because even as you're talking to them, you can send them a text with a link, and they're like, oh man, all of that stuff. That's what's going to turn all of these phone calls into more projects. You with me?
Gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's a lot, but I'm recording this.
No, it's not a lot. I mean, it's how bad do you want it?
Exactly, man. It is, man. But once you've done it so many times, and thank God for computers and shit, man. We didn't have no copy and paste back in the day. It was handwriting everything at the same friggin' time. And having the wife check for my spelling, man, one time I copy and pasted and sent out shit like I must have sent out 40 things, copy and paste. And then she came in and looked at it and she said, God damn, there's more misspellings in this than anything you've ever done. And I said, oh my, I said, I've already copy and pasted it 40 times. So,
oh man.
Hey man, so I'm gonna switch gears on you right here.
Thank you, man.
All right, cool. Hey, so you gonna be on the call tonight?
Yeah, I'm gonna be on the call.
All right, cool. I'm gonna take this thing, download it, and put it somewhere so you can watch it and start putting some of that shit into action. Because I think that's going to be big for you if you're answering the phone. Because if I had someone answering my phone and we don't, like a secretary, anybody, that's that list is so right now when we hang up, is go ahead and kind of, it's not a script, but I want you to have those questions that you're going to be asking them. And it's going to be the same script that you would give to if you hired an office lady. You say, hey, here's what we really need to know from these people before I call them back. But the only difference is she wouldn't be able to answer them. You can. So you get to make that connection with them immediately and pull up the phone and start doing all that stuff that we talked about.
I mean, it's probably better to have that buffer in there, right?
Oh, yeah, it
because,
is. If
I mean, then you could do your little bit of research, find the house, and
that's
you could be
Yep, that's exactly what it is. So when you call them up, you've already got the answers. You're already, hey man, hey Bill, I just talked to, Stephanie at the office called me and said you got this, is yeah, boom, 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 and yeah, I know that area, man, and this, and then you go into all of that stuff. But you're giving them all this information that no one else is going to be giving them the answers that you're giving them, because you are, man. I mean, fuck, nobody in that area knows as much about wood flooring as you do, and has the quality and the equipment and the skill that you've got. The only difference is if you don't let the homeowner know that in a roundabout way, then some other dude is going to come in and talk that shit.
Yeah.
All right, you with me?
I'm with you.
All right, brother, man. I'll see you tonight online.
All right, thanks so much, Brian.
All right, man. Hey, man, and let me know. Keep in touch with your mom, man.
Yeah, she's doing all right, man. But we got an appointment tomorrow at the doctor's. I forget what the procedure's called. They got her drinking something tonight, so it shows up on the scan tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. Cool,
I
man.
forget what it is, but yeah, I mean, like I said, man, she's lived a rough life.
Trust me, man. Shit, man. I tell you what, man. My dad lived 50 years longer than he should, man. It couldn't kill his ass. He walked around with like a couple of bullets in him. One was lodged so close to his spine they couldn't take it out because they was afraid they paralyze him, and he had like 3 fingers cut off one hand and some other shit. I mean, it's like couldn't kill his ass. I was like, God damn.
Oh man.
Once it should be dead, don't die. It's like, damn. So all right, man. I'll see you tonight, bro.
All right, thanks, bro.
All right, bro.